So when we begin the Christmas story, it always starts with the journey of the three wise men. And can I tell you something today? Wise men still seek him today. We talk about the journey and the dedication of the lives of three men who had made up in their mind that they were going to find the King of Kings, the Messiah, the promised Savior that would be born in Bethlehem. What most people don't realize when they do the Christmas story and they read it, we all have so much more in common with the three wise men than we realize. The wise men were three men that had plotted out, watched for a lifetime, studied the heavens with the intent of finding the promised star that would shine over Bethlehem, that would show them the way to where the birthplace of the Messiah would be born. And in my mind's eye, when I look at these men, I can imagine that they had mapped out the city of Bethlehem many times to find the probable places where a king would be born. And as I watch their journey, I can relate to them as they come into the city of Bethlehem, following the star, looking up, carefully making sure that they don't deviate from underneath it to find themselves directly below the star and come to the conclusion that they're where they should be according to the star, to find themselves standing at a stable inside a manger. It was not what they expected when they started their journey to follow God, to find God. And so many times in our life, when we start our journey walking in pursuit of God, sometimes God takes us to places and meets us at places that don't always look like where we envisioned God would take us, or this is how he would meet with us. But that's exactly what happened with the wise men. They found themselves standing outside of a stable, and I can imagine that they backed out of Bethlehem, retraced their steps into the city, only to come to the exact same place again. And in a moment, they would have to make a decision. We'll either accept the circumstances and go inside in search of him, or we will deny the fact that we don't like the circumstances nor the place that he's taken us, and come to the conclusion that really this maybe is not the meeting place that God designated for us in our life. And they could have walked away and been discouraged by where God led them and completely missed him altogether. So the first thing I want to talk to you tonight about is, if the place that God led you to doesn't look like the place that you thought he was going to take you to, the first thing you do is what the three wise men did. They went inside. Video 3 is going to talk about that. I hope you'll stay with me on this journey as we talk about the Christmas story, because God has a meeting place for you there. He wants to become involved in your life, but it may not look when you get there like that you thought it would, but that doesn't mean that he's not there. I hope this helps you today. Stay tuned for part 3. Like and follow.